Happy Worldly Wednesday, everybody. It's Miss Hewlett again, back in my house, back in my music room that I've made over here. So today for Worldly Wednesday, we are going to learn A, some sort of instrument that we can make at home and how it works, and B, we are going to learn a song in Spanish. So without further ado, here we go. The instrument you are going to learn to make today is kind of a take on a guitar. So all it takes is a toilet paper tube and some rubber bands. These are about the same size rubber bands, but I would suggest getting some that are stronger, which means harder to pull apart, and some that are easier to pull apart to see what the difference in sound makes. So this is kind of like a mock guitar for the day. Okay, if you look at my ukulele, okay, it looks about the same. We've got some strings, we've got a hollow opening, but the trick is when you put the rubber bands on this toilet paper tube that I just stretched all the way around the tube, okay, you're going to hear some different sounds. So the rubber band that's a bit looser is kind of tough to hear on the microphone on my computer, but it might be easier to hear if you do this at home. It's a pretty low sound, okay, just because it's a pretty loose rubber band. So a lot of times things that are bigger or looser make a lower sound. Now here's the tighter string. Can you hear that a little bit? So that's the sound, pretty much the same way that a guitar makes sound. Okay, so we have the tighter string, which made a higher or a lower sound. Show me, higher or lower? Alrighty, yep, the tighter string made a higher sound. And then the looser string, you couldn't really hear it, but what do you think would happen? Would it make a higher or a lower sound? Show me. It would make a lower sound. Yeah, so it's just like strumming a guitar, and the way the sound waves move is the same as a guitar. So let's break it down. Sound waves. When you pluck one of the strings of the guitar, which is what these little blue lines are, okay, you pluck the string of the guitar, sound waves are made from that plucking that bounce up off of the walls of the hollow opening that you have. So for us, it's a toilet paper tube, okay? In a guitar, it's the whole body of the guitar that those sound waves bounce off of. It's also the same reason why if you go to a huge canyon, such as the Grand Canyon, and you hear an echo, right, which we've talked about in class a little bit, when you echo somebody, I say something, you say the same thing, right? So with an echo, your voice is bouncing off of the walls of this huge canyon and coming back to you. When we hear these sounds just with a guitar or with our makeshift guitar, okay, the sound is bouncing off from us plucking that guitar string and bouncing off of the walls of our toilet paper tube. So that's pretty cool. And that works everywhere too. If you have a hallway and you're standing in it and you yell really, really loud, it echoes super big because all of those sound waves are bouncing off all over the place. Also, if you've seen somebody yell, a lot of times they'll do something like this instead, which directs their sound further forward so it can go farther. Okay? If you scream out like this, is your sound going to go super far if you're in like an open room? Probably not, right? But if you direct your sound like this, or like a guitar, okay, or like an ukulele, then your sound can actually project and move farther. Isn't that cool? That is part of the way that sound works with some musical instruments. So please make your own makeshift guitar at home and tell me in the comments or tell me via email on Canvas what you found out about some sound and your different rubber bands too. Maybe even try some other materials to make your guitar. I would like to see how that goes. Okay, do some experimentation with some science. Next, we have our song in Spanish to learn. So if you are in kindergarten, you've already learned this song, but it's been quite a while since we've done this song. It is called Hasta Mañana. Here we go, hasta mañana. So notice that on the word mañana, there's this little squiggly line that's over the N. That's called an ñe, okay? So that means that the N doesn't make an N sound, it makes a Ny sound. Okay, it's a little different from us just learning our letter sounds in English. So instead of it saying hasta mañana, it says hasta mañana. Okay, and hasta mañana means, if you were in kindergarten, what does it mean? See you later or see you tomorrow, right? Hasta mañana means what? See you tomorrow or see you later. So another phrase that we use in this song is volveremos a cantar. Holy cow, that's a big word for us. Okay, just breaking it down, repeat after me. Vol, ve, re, mos. Volveremos. Try it. Alrighty, all together it sounds like this. Volveremos. Nice job. So, volveremos a cantar. Okay, cantar means to sing. Okay, so if we're saying hasta mañana, see you later, volveremos a cantar means until we sing again. So I figured this might be kind of fitting while we're on this break to think about some of the people that you would like to see again once we are in music class. Even if they're not in music with us all the time, like a lot of our teachers, we can still say that we'd want to sing with them again. Okay? And the last word we have to learn for this song is adios. What do you think adios means if you haven't heard it before in Miss Hewlett's classroom? Adios means bye-bye, right? Or goodbye. So, adios is our last word. We have hasta mañana. Volveremos a cantar y adios. Alrighty. Repeat after me means who goes first? Me. Make sure that I'm the only one going first, okay? You have to hear how the song goes first in order for you to learn it, okay? Here I go. Hasta mañana, hasta mañana, hasta mañana volveremos a cantar. Hasta mañana, hasta mañana, hasta mañana volveremos a cantar. Okay, repeat after me. Hasta mañana, hasta mañana. Hasta mañana, volveremos a cantar. Hasta mañana, hasta mañana, hasta mañana, volveremos a cantar. Alrighty, let's try it all together. Here we go. Hasta mañana, hasta mañana, hasta mañana volveremos a cantar. Hasta mañana, hasta mañana, hasta mañana volveremos a cantar. Alrighty, next we have the adios part. So for this part, we have to sing about people that we want to sing with again. Okay, so I wrote down just a couple of people that I could think of, but you don't have to have the same people, right? It can be people, maybe your siblings, it could be your parents, it could be your grandparents, it could be friends, it could be all sorts of different people. So just for an example, I have this group of people, okay? And when you talk about one of your teachers, okay, like maybe Mrs. Garate, okay? You might say, instead of Mrs. Garate, in Spanish it would be Senora Garate, okay? Or like Mrs. Benson would be Senora Benson, okay? With people like Mr. H, okay, if your teacher is a man, he is going to be called Senor H, okay? So I'll show you a little bit of what that looks like in this part of the song, okay? Here I go. Adios, Senor Benson. Adios, Senor Panet. Adios, Senora Ramsey. Volveremos a cantar. Adios, Senor H. Adios, abracen, adiós, así volveremos a cantar. Okay? So all together, the whole song, let's do it all together, okay? We're going to start with Hasta Mañana, then we go to the adiós, and then we go back to Hasta Mañana, okay? But you can always add in as many friends as you would like to for the adiós part. Okay, here we go. Hasta mañana, hasta mañana, hasta mañana volveremos a cantar. Hasta mañana, hasta mañana, hasta mañana volveremos a cantar. Adiós, señora Benson, adiós, señora Bennett, adiós, señora Ramsey, volveremos a cantar. Adiós, señor H, adiós, señora Bryson, adiós, señora Boyd, volveremos a cantar. Hasta mañana, hasta mañana, hasta mañana volveremos a cantar. Hasta mañana, hasta mañana, hasta mañana volveremos a cantar. Alrighty, now your job is to make your guitar at home like we talked about, your science experiment. And then your other job is to think of all of the people that you would like to see again once we can sing again. Okay, make up your own song. You don't have to sing along with my video. You got it down. Okay, make your list and sing your song. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.